Hi everyone, today we will build an OpenWeather application with React, and to use API from OpenWeather you first need to become a member and you need to use API key. Since creating a membership and getting an API key is simple, I skip that part. Firstly, I start by installing React packages with and I copy that. And I will use Tailwind for CSS. For this, I search Tailwind with, and after that, I install Tailwind by following the necessary steps respectively. And I copy that. I open the terminal. And finally, I install Axios to use API and get started. Copy that. And before I start developing the application, I delete unnecessary things in the project and delete app.jsx. And after that, npm run dev. Now I can start, and first I add a class to the container div, and widthful and heightful and relative, and import Axios. And after that I create another div and add class name, text center, and padding 4. And after that I create an input type text, and I add class to the input, padding y4, 3, padding x6, and width 700 pixel. Okay, and text large, and I add rounded 3x large, and after that I add borders, and borders gray 200 and text gray 600, and after that placeholders text gray 400. Okay, and focus outline none. Okay, and I'm adding background white 600 white 100. Okay, and maybe I add shadow. Okay, it's that. And after that, placeholders, enter location. Okay, and after that, now I first create a variable called const URL and add API, and I use current weather data, and I copy that, and I paste it. And after that, then I create a variable called API key and add API key, and I copy that. I copy my API key and paste it, and I delete a city name, and I use tablet literals. Okay, now I will use use state for location and data information. And use state snippets. And data and set data and object, and after that const location and set location is equal to use states an empty string, and city name is a location. Okay. Now I add the value of the input to the location, and value is a location. Okay, when on change, set location will be, and before I create a function and parameter events, and set location will be event target value. Okay, and when we enter a city name in the input, that is when we enter information and press enter, the weather forecast information of that city will be printed on the screen. I will use the on key down capture. When on key down capture, search location function will run. Okay, and after that I'm creating search location function. Parameters will be event, and after that if event key is equal to enter, and I use Axios get URL and then response, and after that here I'm synchronizing set data to response data. Okay, and after that console log response data, and finally delete the information in the input, sets location and empty string. Okay, after that look, I added a city name, and I added a city name, and we got all the information in the console. Of course, when using an API, we can also check the information from that API with another method. For example, I use Thunder Clients extension, and look, I added API here and city name and added the API key. When we click send, that's it. I can see all the information coming from API on the right side, sorry, down side, and weather information, ID, main, description, icon, and temperature feels like temperature main, temperature max, blah blah blah. Okay. Now I will create a new component for weather forecast information. Firstly, I create a folder called components, and I create weather GSX and RAFC. Okay, and then I need to import weather GSX to app.jsx, and weather, okay, and I import weather GSX, and I need to pass the data as props. I add weather data props name and data as props. Now I need to import this data to weather GSX, and I save it, and weather data, After doing this, let's print weather data to the console log for test weather data. Okay, that's it. Here is what we are going to do now, and delete that. And weather data dot weather. If there is weather information in weather data, is true, and not true is null. Okay. I created div class with 500 pixel and height 250 pixel and background gray 300 and shadow large and rounded x large and margin auto and relative, and after that padding x6 and top 10%. Okay, and after that I'm creating another div flex and justify between and width full. Okay, now we will divide it into two sections. The first section will contain the city name, weather forecast, and how many degrees centigrade the weather is. And I'm creating another div. Okay, and class name will be width half and margin y4 and margin x auto and flex justify between and items center. Okay, and after that now I need to create the container div of the first section and flex column and items start and justify between and height full. Okay, and after that create one more div. I create a p tag, a paragraph tag, with the city name and the class text x large and weather data name and weather data country name. Okay, and another paragraph tag. This will be the description and class text small weather data and weather index 0 first index description. Okay, and after that, after this div I create another div where the information about how many degrees centigrade the weather is will take place. Okay, I create hash1 tag and class text 6x large and font semi-bold and and weather data main and temperature to fixed and centigrade, sorry, and units metric and units metric. Okay, The reason we use the toFixed method is to use the number as an integer. In fact, let's enter a city name in the input at first time and follow the CSS change sleeve. Now we will do the second part and create another div, class name width half. In this part there will be an icon of the weather forecast. We will get these icons from OpenWeather. Okay. And class flex call, flex column, justify between, and items, and okay. One more div, class relative. Okay. Now I create an image tag for the icon and I passed it. Okay, that's it. And weather data, weather, first index, icon. And class width 120 pixel. Okay. And after that, now if weather data name is not weather data is name is not equal to undefined, after that div class flex, if not true is null, flex column, justify evenly, and gap y-axis 2 and margin y-axis 4 and mx margin x auto and text x small. And I create another div, flex justify between and gap x-axis 8. Okay, and I'm creating a paragraph tag, feels like, and another paragraph tag, font bold and width 20, weather data main feels like toFixed and centigrades. Okay, and after that new div, flex, and copy that. Not feels like is a humidity, and feels like main humidity and percent. Okay, and copy that. Wind speed and kilometers per hours. Wind speed. Okay, and finally copy that. Pressure and weather data main pressure and okay, that's it. We are done. Our application is finished. Now we can test it. And let's look at the city, London, and after that New York. Okay. Mumbai, Peking, Moscow, Istanbul, Berlin, Rome. Okay. Alright, that's it. We built a beautiful app today. Thank you for watching me. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel.